Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Robin of Locksley. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, we're both thieves. We're running around the kingdom looting all sorts of different jewelry like earrings and bracelets and rings and you name it. Today we're taking a look at Robin of Locksley. This came out right around Essen and Rio Grande Games brought it out about 3 weeks later in North America. So let me show you how this two-player game works and I'll see you on the other side. In Robin of Locksley, you're going to be going around a board and trying to loot different types of tokens, which are different types of loot, but also normally different types of colors. You're also going to be trying to sell those for money and find the right times to use those. So here's the board setup. There's a bunch of loot in the middle, and each of the players will start in opposite corners, a blue player and a red player. What you're trying to do is to get your scoring marker to go all around the board twice. It's a race. The first one to do that wins. On your turn, you're simply going to move your knight pawn like a knight in chess. It's either going to go 1, down 1 and over 2, or down 1 and over 2. It's kind of like in any direction, just like a knight. So let's say they go like this, down 1 over 2. They pick this up and they put this in front of them as sort of a collection. Now the red player would have placed that in front of them. That starts their collection of white. Now they're trying to fulfill the tile that they're at. This says if you have only one collection. Well, you always will at the end of your first turn. That's why this tile is called the beginning. So you go to the next one. Now, if you also fulfilled this, which is having at least one green tile, you'd be able to go to the next one. The next one says exactly 3 different collections. So you need to have at least 3 different types of loot there. So you can try to combo things together. Now the place that you left will get replaced by a tile that's off the board. There's a whole stack of them face down that come out like this. So let's say it would then be the blue player's turn, but let's say on the next red player's turn they go down 1 and over, and so they take this, and of course they would replace where they came from with another tile from the stack. So they completed having green, so they'll go here. They don't yet have exactly 3. So let's say after your next turn you have this. Well, you have exactly 3 collections. You'd move here. Here needs a white, a red, or that. So any 2 of these. Well, we have a red and a white, so we can go to the next one. Same or less total tiles on your opponent. Let's say the opponent has more tiles than us. Well, or the same amount. We'd be able to go here. Or you're diagonally adjacent from your opponent. You'd get to go to the next one. And then a collection with at least 4. We don't have one of those. However, every game you start with a coin. At any time, you can spend that coin to move to the next one. So you could skip past stuff by having coins. Also, you can sell goods. Let's say I had 4 of these. If you have at least 3, you can sell them, but you got to sell all of that type. I have 4. So essentially what you do is you take the first 2 and you discard them, and then the rest of them become gold that you can spend. To each gold you spend moves you down a tile. So sometimes you can have huge turns by getting the right goals, spending money, finding the right time to spend money to go around. Now once you get around the board the first time, let's say you had only 1 coin, you move here. Under it is the last one. This basically, is nothing. And so you're basically trying to move around the board again. And the last one says you have to have at least 4 coins, but it can't be skipped. And whoever gets around the board twice wins. Now there's a lot of these tiles. Not everyone's going to be used in every game, and it's randomly set up. So each game's going to feel different. Also, some of them has daytime, which are going to be easier. Some of them have nighttime, which could be harder. So if you want to, you can make it an easier or harder game depending on how you do it, or you can just randomize it. All right, Robin of Locksley. Now this game, what I like about it, simple rules and quick turns. I mean, you're just moving like a knight, taking the loot, and seeing if you fulfill the goal or not, or multiple goals. I like that you're deciding what to do this turn, but you're also looking turns ahead. Oh, if I go here, I'll get this and go here, but then I'll be able to go there, and if it's still available, I'll be able to go there, and that will set me up for the 2 turns ahead. Of course, the other player might take what you're looking for or do this and that, but I like that you are looking now and you're looking for the future. The best part about this game for sure is the comboing of those different gold tiles where a lot of times you might have big turns in this game where you're crossing many turns at once, like 4 or 5 tiles, and it really feels fun. You're like, ooh, I could do this. Ooh, I could do this. I'll sell this to get by this. Oh, look, I'm diagonal. Oh, I go this. And it's really fun to like fly around the board and have some big turns like that. Even when the opponent does it, it's just exciting to watch. The variability of the setup and the randomized board makes this a different puzzle every time. This game really is a puzzly game. But I like the randomness, and the replayability of this is huge because every game's essentially going to be a different puzzle. I like that you're selling different collections for coins and then using the right time to pay those, to use those coins to pass other tiles. This game is absolutely fantastic. It made my top 5 2-player games of the year, which just came out at the end of the year. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it below. You can also click up in the corner there and go see that video, see what other 4 2-player games I thought were the best of the year. Now, the negative side of things, some of the tiles, the icons are pretty easy to read, but some of them, even if you think you know what it does, you'll want to double check the language in the rulebook because sometimes there's more to meets the eye as to what the tile actually does and how it works in its fullness. So you'll need to read that there. Also, once you get past the board the first time, it's not as interesting going around the same order of those tiles the second time around the board. Now, it does say that you can play a quicker game by taking some of the tiles out. I've tried doing that. I've also tried to make it longer and do it just once. The length of the game seems about right doing 2 times around the board, but it's just not quite as interesting the second time. But even with that being said, again, it made my top 5 games of the year for 2 players. Now, with that being said, for that, it's definitely being inducted into my gaming library. To do so, we're going to do it with a saxophone serenade where I'll jam with the game. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships through board games by helping you find the next one you'll love. Did you miss the Game Topper 2.0 Kickstarter? Have no fear, it's not too late to get in on the ultimate gaming accessory. Convert your table into a high-quality gaming table with a fully portable Game Topper system and take advantage of some of the best 3mm premium gaming mats in the industry. New styles, new sizes, and new accessories can be yours. Upgrade every game you play by late backing now at GameToppersLLC.com.